TV, and it is time for the breakdown. Guess what? We miss y'all. We miss you. We miss you. We miss you. We miss you so much, but it's about time for us to get back into this thing. We want to start off and introduce everybody on the panel tonight. Gentlemen.
Right, Juwan Holmes from Florida Tech. And Harry, by the way, it looks like you got a nice new background. I like that.
Oh, you guys ain't seen nothing yet. But we getting there.
I love it.
All right, who's up next?
Damon Smith, head coach girls, Jefferson High School, varsity basketball.
Team Holmes, Home Team Sports TV.
The super announcer, my man. Who else we got out there?
Reggie Kramer, Mr. Do-It-All.
Yes, sir.
Lex
Hey,
Luthor.
I enjoyed having you as a cameraman also. Thank you very much, brother.
Man of many talents.
HG, Home Team Sports.
The man from HG Barbecue. Oh, we got them all up in the house.
There
Sean
he is.
Holmes, Home Team Sports, Glenville State Pioneers. Go Pioneers.
Welcome, Sean. What's going on, brother?
Down in the Ville.
Hey, now.
All right. Let's get into Home Team Sports TV Year 1 and the award show recap. Juwan, you want to lead us off real quick, brother?
Yeah, absolutely. First off, Sean, congratulations to your son, our nephew, signing to Glenville State. Absolutely. That's beautiful. Not only is he going to play basketball, he's also going to run track. So, yeah, major shout out to my nephew, Jordan Holmes, for that.
Congratulations.
Absolutely.
Congrats, for real.
Yep. So year one was a learning experience. Year one was very, very, very fun. It was stressful. And it was rewarding. Yeah. It was all of that, all in one. It was fun, stressful, and rewarding all in one, and a learning experience. So I thought that it went good. I thought that we continued to build and build and build as we went along. I thought we capped it off great with the award show. I appreciate all the sponsors that sponsored that event, came together, HG, including you, and HG's Barbecue. Without the sponsors, man, that event wouldn't have been anything. We couldn't have done it without them.
Absolutely.
We gave away over 55 awards. We had hundreds of people there. We fed everybody. We had the big screen. Thank you, Civic Center in Ranson, for letting us host it there. They were unbelievable with Bob and the staff helping us set up and break down. That was just, to me, it was amazing. Like, to cap our first year off with that event, it was amazing, and I'm appreciative, and I cannot wait for year two.
It really was a great night.
It was.
Yeah, a lot of people, I've heard a lot of good things. I heard nothing but good things. And I definitely enjoyed myself there. We kept it light, and kept it fun for the kids and fun for everybody. So everybody stayed in tune to it, and I loved it. I didn't say anything during the thing, but I loved every minute of it. All the presenters and everything. It was nice. It was real nice.
Yeah, we had some really great speakers.
Yeah, and to me, it was all about growth from everyone. This is a new experience for everyone on this panel right now. We all grew in some way. So to actually see how much more we can grow in year two, we have a lot of momentum with the community. I feel like the awards that we give out, the spotlights that we give out, things that we do as an organization, it holds weight. People are very appreciative of the things that we do and what we're doing for the community. So I just think that's just an amazing thing. And that's something that I took from the award ceremony, is that we have the community support.
Yes.
The community definitely values, what we bring to the table, and we're only going to get better going forward.
True. Can I say something real quick, gentlemen? Juwan had hit on something during his speech when he said basically that we're grooming these kids for public speaking later on in the future. Things like that is going to make our community greater.
Absolutely. I mean, it gave me goosebumps. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I literally had goosebumps looking back on the show and when it aired. on HTS TV, which, Harry, you did an awesome job putting that thing together. We appreciate it. I know that was stressful for you with me breathing down your neck. And
No, I was just following your lead, brother.
And but it literally gave me goosebumps watching the show, and literally just gave me goosebumps now, just reliving it. And we couldn't ask for a better job. I mean, like, this isn't even a job for us. You know what I mean? Like, it's right. Even though we work hard, it's not even close to being a job.
It's what we do and what we love, bro. Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, you can go to Home Team Sports TV on YouTube and check out the award ceremony and previous games and events. Now, let's move this thing on. Oh, hold on. Would anyone else like to say anything about the award ceremony?
A lot of growing pains, but it was good.
It was official. we didn't get we weren't there because we were down in Charleston, but we watched it when it went on HTS TV. The joint was official. I mean, the setup was official. The speakers were official. The atmosphere was official. I mean,
it was.
The joint was nice.
It really was. It really was.
And just like Harry, you said that's good for public speaking, for the kids. Even me as an adult, going back and watching some of the games and seeing what things I can do better, words I can pronunciate better, make sure that I'm speaking clear enough. It's giving me a crash course as well in public speaking. So it's something I've definitely enjoyed, is even, get a new challenge, something different, putting yourself out there to something you're not comfortable in, and actually growing as a person as well. So it's the adults that get better as well. We get better as well, getting out in front of the community and the people, and making sure that we're carrying ourselves in the proper fashion, and always carrying ourselves professionally, because people are watching.
Always watching. All right, gentlemen, let's talk about what's going to excite us for season 2. What's going to get us motivated? What's going to get us going? What we're going to do here at Home Team Sports TV to move this thing right along and become a definite part of the community.
Oh, man. If you guys don't mind, I'll start. I was so excited about just having this show to even talk about what we're doing for our second season. I've already talked to Coach Hunter, plenty of times about, trying to do a documentary for them with the football team. So we're definitely going to start following them.
Yes, sir.
We're also going to follow other sports, but we are going to do a documentary on Jefferson football this year. We'll do some documentaries in the future on different teams and things like that. But Coach Hunter and Jefferson football will be our next project, and I'm super excited about that. Excited about camp starting off August 1st. Football is here, and I know you
will
guys
be there.
I know you guys are excited about it. The worst thing about football season to me is it's only once a week. So we got to figure out, maybe we can get out to some of the youth leagues and do a Saturday game once in a while. Maybe we can go check out some of the middle school games. Maybe we can do that. That way we're not just doing Friday Night Lights, because I can't get enough of Home Team Sports TV. So I'm just super excited about being a part of football and that atmosphere and things like that. And I know that the community can't wait to watch it.
So can I put this out here real quick? If given the opportunity, we want the community to let us know what games they have going on Fridays and Saturdays. And if we have the availability, we will make an attempt to show up to different games, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And Harry, I'm glad you touched on that. So, coaches, please reach out to us with your schedules. And that way we can create our schedule of airing events accordingly to your schedule. So just reach out to us once you get your schedules made. Send that over to the Home Team Sports Facebook page or email us, and we'll definitely get a schedule of events out, and we'll put that out, a broadcast schedule out to the public for sure.
I'm glad we got that out there.
Absolutely. Thank you.
I'm highly excited to be able to cover the whole school season, from the fall all the way to the spring. That's the excitement. A lot of things that we heard from the award ceremony is, you guys didn't do an award for football or soccer or volleyball, the sports that happened in the fall. Well, this year that won't be the case. We'll be able to, be broadcasting all sports from the fall to the spring, and that's what excites me the most. It's exciting to be able to cover it, with you guys. It's exciting to get the community to continue to support, and it's memories. They can always go back on Home Team Sports TV, 10 years down the road and tell their kids that, I had 25 points this day, or I threw for 300 and some yards this day, and then show them that footage.
And
and
they'll have
our
proof.
voices, and our voices, our stamp will be on that highlight, will be on that video, that clip. So, we're establishing a legacy in our community.
And it starts now.
And I think what I'm excited about is doing more of these episodes. Of course, I'm excited about the seasons, all the seasons, and that. But I'm excited about doing these episodes, and like actually, they love this part of it. This is giving their kids recognition. There's giving the schools recognition, giving the programs recognition. And now if we're going to do some youth league games, that's going to be even better. And and then sitting there talking about that and just chopping it up like just like we're at a barbecue or something like that, chopping it up and just talking about these kids and what they bring to the table, and seeing these kids grow and all that stuff. I'm excited about that part.
What makes it more exciting and informative is the fact that we have guys like you. We have actual coaches. We have actual game commentators, game coaches who know these kids and can put these kids further out there. And we appreciate you.
No doubt.
All right, guys. Again, let's get back to football. We hear a lot about Martinsburg, but what people forgot, Jefferson was truly on point last year in almost every sport. But let's talk about Jefferson football real quick.
I'll defer that to.
We like to hear your outside comments.
Yeah. Listen, I love Jefferson football. I love Coach Hunter. I know, he's caught a lot of slack over the years and things like that, and he's always pushed through it. And I've always been supportive of Coach Hunter. He is a friend, so it's beyond sports for me.
I understand.
But I just look forward to seeing them get over the hump, right? And just getting over the hump, and that doesn't just mean beating Martinsburg, but that's like going deep into the playoffs and actually being a contender to win a state championship. Like I look forward to that. I think they have the firepower to do that. I think their wide receiver core is great. I think that the people are starting to believe. I think the kids are starting to buy in. I think the coaching staff starting to buy in. I hear people that are trying to that want to be a part of the staff now, which is great, which we needed. I always said that Coach Hunter needed to to improve his staff. Not that the quality of his staff wasn't there, but get more people. If you look at Martinsburg's football staff, they have look like 20 coaches out there.
They're deep.
Yeah,
all specializing something too, not just two or three different. So everybody specializing in that one category. That's what I'm focusing on with just them.
Right.
Similar to college, semi-pro, and professional.
Right. Absolutely. You know what I mean? So I thought that the staff could improve in that way, in numbers and specialization and things like that. And I think that he's getting to that point. So I'm interested and excited to see the growth of that program.
Well, Juwan, touching on that, I used to coach with Hunter. So coaching, and we only had maybe five, maybe six coaches. And you just couldn't, with football, you can't see it all. And and those 5 or 6 coaches got to coach both sides of the ball, Right. So, and then we couldn't see it all. And I looked at, actually, I was with Coach Hunter today, and I looked at his coaching staff. And going from when I was coaching with him to now, it's like it's totally different. So now he has about 10 to 12 probably coaches himself now, instead of the 5, maybe 6 that we had when I was there. So it's starting to come around. It's starting to come around. Now, do I think they can dethrone Martinsburg right now? I love Coach Hunter to death. He is my mentor. I looked at him for a lot of stuff. but nah. I'm
yet.
sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Craig, but nah.
It's
Not just yet.
It's going to be hard to beat that juggernaut, boy.
Yes.
You got to play the most perfect game ever to beat that juggernaut.
Come on, Craig. Get up, Craig.
I mean,
Next couple years.
Get up, Craig.
I mean, I think the way you gotta think about it is first the community has to buy in to build your program. You know, you gotta have community support. You gotta have everyone
100.
buy in. You know, including the kids. You know, so I think that's the most important step, and I think that the community has started to buy in to what's going on right now. You start to feel a little bit of the passion come back for Jefferson High School football. You know, the kids are looking forward to playing up at Jefferson. They have a lot more talent coming up, and they have talent there right now. A lot of talent there right now. So hopefully they continue to buy in. They continue to buy into the weight room as well, because like you said, going forward, to beat someone like Martinsburg or Bridgeport or those big time schools, Spring Valley, those are all schools that are physical. You can tell those kids are in the gym from their freshman year to their senior year. You can tell that their bodies change. They really bought in to make themselves better players, better athletes, period. So I think that's the next step for Jefferson, more so not beating Martinsburg, but becoming a program that's respected around the state and have kids buy in the weight room as well, so they can actually, compete with some of those better schools in the state. And hopefully going forward, have like a schedule like Martinsburg where they're playing some teams out of state and testing themselves versus teams, from Virginia, Maryland, and Pennsylvania.
That's true. HG?
I think that's going to go with the, like you said, the addition to the additional coaches that he has as well, especially if he gets a strength and conditioning coach that focuses on nothing but the strength and the weightlifting program part of it. But I did have a question for the panel because I'm the outsider here. I've only been in West Virginia for 2 years. So why do you think it's so difficult for Jefferson to catch up to Martinsburg?
Oh, I'm about to say, it's not just Jefferson. It's everybody in the
Well,
state
anybody,
trying to catch
right.
up to Martinsburg.
Well, specifically, hold on real quick. I want Sean to jump in on this one, but specifically Jefferson and Martinsburg, like HG was saying. Sean?
Culture. The culture has been set in Martinsburg for the last 15 years. Those kids know if they don't, when they step in that school as a ninth grader, if they're not on that field every day, if they're not in that weight room every day, they're not gonna play. They're gonna be at Spring Mill somewhere. They ain't gonna be there.
Right.
So it's a mindset. Because if you don't do it, somebody behind you is going to, and you're gonna be sitting up in the stands watching, but you're not gonna be playing.
Yeah.
Right.
So you feel
Mindset.
I agree. I mean, to be honest, I got friends that are on the staff. Marco Strowski, great friend of mine. And I know Mark, when he says that they have weightlifting before school, then the weight room's still full. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Even though they have weightlifting at 6 a.m. And there's kids that he told me that ride their bike to weightlifting at 6 o'clock in the morning. So to me, that's culture. And I can compare that to Jefferson baseball. You know what I mean? When I was young, playing in Little League, I looked forward to playing for Jefferson baseball. And Coach Larry, if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, he'll send you over the hill. And that means you're going over the hill and somebody else is going to step in your spot. And it's the same thing with Martinsburg football. Like it's a culture. So like Sean said, if you're not there, then somebody else is just going to do it in your place.
You're right. They're looking forward to playing football for Martinsburg. The problem with Jefferson was a lot of kids, once they hit high school, they stopped playing football. So you got a lot of kids who were good in middle school and said, "I'm not playing for Jefferson."
I mean, and to be totally honest, it's not in that. Plus, kids in Jefferson County are still deciding what high school they're going to go to when they're football players. Where if you're in Martinsburg, you're looking forward to being a Bulldog. When I was playing baseball, I looked forward to playing baseball for Jefferson. It was never a doubt where I was going to go to school. And I don't think the kids in Martinsburg, there's a doubt where they want to play high school football. I think that in Jefferson County, we got to get it to the point where the kids are looking forward to playing for Jefferson from midget league on up. There shouldn't be a doubt in their mind where they're going to school, and it's a pride thing. And I'm hoping that we're getting there. And I think that once we get there, you can start bridging the gap. But like Reggie said, I mean, it's not just Jefferson. I mean, it's everybody in the staff. I don't even know. When's the last time Spring Valley beat them? But before that, the last time they lost to any team in the state? I can't even remember.
Quite a while.
I'm about to say, who was it? Was it like 20? Was it? Last time I remember losing was the Bluefield. That was like 2004. But I mean, they probably lost since then. But
I tell you what, on the staff, being on the staff, I can tell you, it's has a lot to do with off season too. When you at Martinsburg, you have 60 to 80 kids at their off season programs, and when I was on the staff at Jefferson, we might have had 25 to 30 there. That's off season work. 25 to 30 kids. Maybe you might have 25 to 30. That's freshmen. That's from freshmen all the way up to the senior class. You might have 25 to 30 kids. That's during the off season.
So, Coach, not cutting you off, what do they need to do to make that happen? What do they need to do to get up kids to come in during the off season?
And they winning, just like the rest of the guys said. It's winning. It's winning, which they're doing. They did this past year, and just trying to build. Once you win, they will come. It's pretty much that's what it is. If you win, they will come.
True.
I mean, it's the truth, and that's why I said the change, it has to come with the kids. It has to come with the kids that are going to be on the field. Number one, they got to believe they can beat Martinsburg or whoever the best team is in the state. They got to want to put that work in, that extra work in, to get better, because, from rec league up into middle school, it's natural talent. The kids that are the most naturally talented, they can shine on the field. But when it gets to high school, the kid who's in the gym, the kid, who's working out, getting in better shape, getting stronger, like you said, works hard, then that kid starts to ascend over that kid who's naturally talented. And if those kids don't buy in, which means, like you said, Damon, doing the off-season program and not just picking up a football when it's football season or picking up a weight when it's football season, then, like I said, unfortunately, things will continue to be the same. But those kids buy in. They really want to be, elite players. You don't really have to say much to them. A great player, a person who really wants it, you don't really have to say much. They're self-motivated.
I think
so. If they have to be motivated through someone else, then most likely you're not going to be a great player anyways.
Can I ask Sean a quick question? Sean, as a parent as an elite athlete, how much motivation did you have to use to get your son to become the athlete that he is?
Very little after about his freshman year. I sat him down. I told him, he said he wanted to play in college. So I told, if you want to play in college, this is the things you need to do. That goes from your checklist, from school to off season to weightlifting to nutrition. Check. Now, if you do it, there's no doubt in my mind you can play in college. If you don't, then it's a crapshoot. So it's on you, bro. Jordan, you lift today?
There you
Jordan,
go.
you getting shots up today?
Right. I'm tell you like this. When nobody touched on this. Like another thing that needs to happen is parents. Parents have got to step in and like, hey, you need to get like Sean just said, you need to get your butt up.
Yeah, that was next for me too. Great. I was gonna say that. Absolutely, totally agree.
You need to get your butt up and get to workouts. You need to get your butt up and go and get in the gym. You need to get your butt up. This is where you're gonna play. This is where you're gonna be. You wanted to be here. All right, now let's get to work.
But the buy-in's got to be there too, though. You know what I mean? Right. Like the parents in Martinsburg, they've bought into the culture.
Bought in.
You know what I mean? There's history there, and they've bought into it. So our community has to buy in to what's happening in our community, not just at Jefferson and Washington too, just the whole county. Like there has to be buy-in. All right. And like you said, especially the kids that don't drive. You know what I mean? Like, there's no excuse. If my daughter is late for practice, that's on me because she doesn't drive to practice. Now, if I have to wake her up and all that type of stuff, then there you go. That's on her. She needs to set an alarm and make sure she's awake. But if I'm BSing around and I don't get my child to practice on time, or, and if she doesn't drive, or I'm not trying to find him a ride to make sure that she gets there, if I can't do it, then I have part of responsibility in that. So,
Right.
And the other thing is, like Smitty said, like, if you're going to play, then make sure your kids are going to workouts. Make sure that it's not always about decisions at that age, because we're grooming them. Like Sean said, you sit them down, you gave them a checklist. If you want to play, this is what you got to do. But at some point, like Sean said, I'm not going to stay on you every single day to make sure that you're working out. But it has to be buy-in from the community side as well, not just the parents. I think businesses sponsoring. You watch, Martinsburg's games, and you know what I mean, TV 10 and things like that. They have tons of sponsors because they know that they support the program, they support what's going on up there. So I think that as business owners, that we can also support Jefferson County sports. As parents, we have to have the buy-in, hold our kids accountable to going to off-season workouts and lifting weights and playing hard and listening to the coaches and buying into the strategy and things like that. We're not always going to agree what coaches do. I'm a coach. I understand people don't agree all the time with substitutions and strategy and play calls and things like that, but it's a bigger picture. So we just got to all buy into the bigger picture, and I think everything will be all right.
I mean, I can speak to that. I can attest that on a personal level. Dwayne came up to visit just over a month ago or a month and a half ago. He talked to my son. He told him straight up, hey, you want to play sports, you want to play basketball, whatever it may be, you're gonna have to change your nutrition, work out a little bit. I'm gonna give you these workouts. This is what I'm gonna have my kids doing. This is what I expect you to do. And and if this is what you really want, you're gonna make that commitment. You're gonna do it. And I think a lot of kids, luckily, I come from a family where I have, great athletes in my family to be able to, talk to my son and talk to other people. And sometimes people just need to have that mentor or have someone that they can actually listen to be able to guide them in the right direction. So I think that's just another thing is, the great athletes in the community, always, showing their face, coming, like I see like Sammy, he comes to Wildwood practices, even though he's at Shepherd. That's part of a change as well. Just having those athletes come back and give back to the kids that are coming to.
Right. Okay, guys, talk to me about football. Football. Varsity football, JV football, Eastern Panhandle. What's going on? King, you got to start this off.
I mean, I think honestly, obviously Martinsburg is very talented. They have a player, their quarterback, Murphy Clement, he's a state player of the year candidate. Last year, when you watched them play, even when they went down to Highland Springs, which is a highly rated, Virginia team, Murphy dominated them. You watched them versus Bridgeport. Murphy dominated them. They got a good line, Aiden Fleming. He's actually getting looks from a lot of D1 schools. So obviously it starts there, with the line. You have your athletes. You got Sarad Musgrove. They're reloading.
Yeah.
Jefferson has a lot of talent as well. They're going to be replacing their quarterback, Sammy Roberts, who's now at Shepherd. So Quentin Goins so far has been the quarterback one, getting the reps. Their wide receiver core, I put it up against anybody in the state. To be completely honest with you, I mean, you got Spencer, you got Isaiah Fritz, you got Keyshawn Robinson, you got Bub Shelton, then you got Tyon and all of them coming up behind them. I mean, there's really nothing that you can really say that says that, hey, they can't compete, if they put that effort in and they actually get things flowing. So then you have Jefferson. So I would say that's my 1-2. And of course, Musselman, they're always going to be in the gym. They're going to be physical. They're going to punch you in the mouth. So those games are going to get dirty. And Hedgesville, Hedgesville is building a little bit of something up there. So I think that the Eastern Panhandle sports, the football, is going to be a little bit more competitive this year. I think Washington is young, but going forward, they're going to have some talent that's coming up. So I mean, with football, it's going to be a lot more exciting, in years to come than I think it has been within the last 10 years of this, maybe Martinsburg blowing everybody else out and maybe having, Musselman going 8-2 and getting a home game. I think we're going to see like 3 or 4 teams from the Panhandle, be like 7-3, 8-2. Maybe in Martinsburg might be 9-1, 10.
So who do you think is going to challenge Martinsburg?
I mean, this year I would say the second team right now going into the season would have to be Jefferson. I think it would have to be Jefferson, starting the season. So obviously, I would like to see how Quentin, he gets into the system. And, you got to have somebody who throws those studs the ball. So if he can actually, get the ball out to him quick, get the ball in his playmakers' hands, and allows them to, produce, I don't see why Jefferson can't be 9-1.
We're gonna move right along. Let's get to players to watch. Coach Smitty, talk to me.
All right. So I'm looking at Spencer Powell. Spencer Powell is my player to watch. He was part of the state track team, the 4x1 state track winning team, 4x2 state track winning team. Spencer's 6'4", 190. Yeah, Spencer's 6'4", 190. Second team All State, first team All Conference. 61 catches, 168 yards, 10 TDs last year. Spencer's a straight stud. Like, he can go up and get it, and he's already been to camps. He's getting looked at by several different colleges and stuff, and I'm thinking he could possibly go over the 1,000-yard mark this season. So that's who my player to watch is Spencer Powell.
He just ran a 4.52 at West Virginia camp.
Yeah.
So he got his speed down. He got his time down. So like you said, at 6'4", could jump out the gym. He's definitely somebody that colleges are they'll salivate looking at him.
Hey, where was he at? Because I'm not sure. Where was he at as far as the wide receiver ranking for the state? I know he was in the top 10, wasn't he? I think he was in the top 10.
Yeah, with Cofield's.
Cofield's like 7.
Yeah, Cofield's like 7.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that's my player. That's my player to watch.
Receiving core that runs the 4-1 state champs.
Right.
Real quick, let everyone know what year he's in, what school he goes to, for those who don't know who he is.
He's a senior at Jefferson High School.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
So for me, player to watch for me is Keyshawn Robertson. So I actually went to school with Keyshawn's dad, and being in Florida for the last 4 years, I keep hearing his name, and I got to watch him. One time I went home and took my son to a game, and I think that was it Sharando or Millbrook? I can't remember which one of the Virginia schools, but he looked great out there, and it's just been following him as far as track and things like that. So Keyshawn had 31 receptions last year for 560 yards and 6 touchdowns. He plays both sides of the ball. Also plays DB, had 32 tackles, had 3 interceptions, had 3 touchdowns on defense as well. And then he also is a return man. So he had like 18 returns for 602 yards for 33-yard average. So I just, see him building on that. He was only a sophomore, so he's going to be a junior this year at Jefferson High School. So I just look forward to seeing Keyshawn. So he is definitely a player to watch. And I will throw one more in. Ezra Beijing. I'm looking forward to see what my man Ezra Beijing is going to do this year.
Oh, yeah.
I know that it's his senior year. I know Travis has big expectations for him. And I know how hard he works. So I'm excited to see what Ezra does this year.
My player to watch is going to be Isaiah Fritz from Jefferson, wide receiver at Jefferson High School. He's a senior as well. He had 41 catches last year for 603 yards and 8 touchdowns. But this guy is he's a definition of a route runner. I mean, he runs routes. He's a precision route runner. Like he pays attention. He works on his craft. Like Juwan said about Ezra, he's a very hard worker. He's a hard kid not to love and respect. His speed, he ran a 4.5 at the last camp. You know, he's being looked at by several colleges as well. But you know, when you look at those route runners like in the NFL, like the slot receivers, you know, he reminds you of those slot receivers that you see in the league with the way that he runs his route. He creates separation. So Isaiah Fritz is the player I'm going to say is my spotlight for this year, and he's my player to watch.
And his motor is unbelievable. I just watch how hard he works with every movement. Like even when he's running track, he just looks like he's giving it his all at all times. So I enjoy seeing his highlights, and I can't wait to be able to watch him on HTS TV. The Clement kid, what's his first name? I know Hudson is Murphy.
Murphy, man. He's special, man.
Yeah, Murphy Clement, special. So I'm looking forward to watching him as well. So I can't wait. I can't wait to just watch you guys go to work this year. Anybody? Sean, I know you have a player to watch that isn't football. So I definitely want you to go ahead and chime in.
I'm going to go off the grid, and we're going to go volleyball. We're going to go with the reigning Gatorade West Virginia State Player of the Year, Hannah Howard, junior at Musselman. She is a 3-time first-team All-Stater, was Journal Player of the Year of the freshman, already has over 1,000 kills. And I'm telling you, if she was 6'1", she'd play any place in the country. I don't know too much about volleyball, but I've gone and watched them play, and she is a monster.
I hear that.
Straight monster.
She done killed 1,006 people.
Hitting hard.
I saw today where she was she's ranked nationally. I don't remember what ranking she was. She posted it on her Instagram today. She's ranked nationally as a 2023 senior. And that is my player to watch. Musselman is a juggernaut. They'll be the favorites to win it again for a third year in a row. They pretty much play a national schedule. I think they go to South Carolina, they go to Tennessee, they go to Virginia Beach.
We got to catch a volleyball game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the thing is, for the community, you know, regardless of the sport your kids play, or if you have a grandchild, or you know, just someone you admire, please reach out to home team and let us know so we can come out and give these kids coverage as well. It's not just about football and basketball. We want to cover every single sport. So we can get the schedule from every coach about every single sport. I would love to be able to do a Musselman volleyball game so that the world can introduce themselves and be introduced to Hannah.
Yeah, we might not know what we're saying, but we're gonna be excited about it.
At least we there. At least it's being covered.
Absolutely.
Be patient with us. Be patient.
I don't have an actual player to watch. I have a person to watch. All right, my person to watch this year for year 2 for Home Team Sports TV would be Mr. Keem Holmes. We get to watch him grow. We get to watch him flow. We get to watch him go from sport to sport to sport to sport. For someone who has never done this, I'm highly impressed, and I want to see him grow even further.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Harry,
As long as he ain't stealing catchphrases again, we'd be all right.
Hey, Reggie, all I'm saying is, it's mine now, brothers.
I didn't know Harry was a rapper. He said, flow, grow, go.
Oh, Dr. Seuss.
Boy, Harry's a poet, too.
But yeah, I mean, I really appreciate the platform that you guys have given me. Obviously, like I said, working with Reggie, I love working with Reggie, and Coach Miller. We had Marcus on. I did a game with Damon. So it's honestly, they all made it easier for me. So like, I want to give credit where credit is due. It's fun. I look forward to growing more. And I talked to my wife today. I can't wait. Like I really can't wait. I'm excited. It's something that I look forward to. It's a passion, and I just can't wait to continue to be a part of people's memories.
Man, you know what, Keem? I don't think I did a game with you.
No,
You did it with Tommy.
I'm saying all my games were with Tommy, wasn't it?
Yeah, you did. You did it with Tommy. We're gonna change that this year.
We're gonna change that this year.
We're gonna change that this year.
Yes, sir.
Sure. Hey, so I'll just give my final thoughts. Personally, thank you guys for continuing to help home team grow. Everybody's bought in. I think everybody, shares the same vision and goals and things like that. And it's hard to get a group of people together that can, share the vision and the goals and put that effort there to get there. So I'm super excited about it. Can't wait. And we're going to start this thing off with a bang. We'll end it with a bang. Our award show is going to be huge, 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 huge next summer. I cannot wait. For you fall athletes and coaches, I know that you are chomping at the bit because we cover winter sports and spring sports, and I know you've been watching and watching and watching. Now is your time to shine. Now is your time to be on our platform and show everybody what you can do. You can, be player of the game, coach of the game, get up, get interviews, put the headset on. We are super excited to have you a part of this. We definitely missed you last year, and we can't wait to get started.
And I just want to say to the parents of the community, we're doing the home team spotlights of all the local athletes for the fall sports right now. If you have an athlete, coaches, parents that you would like spotlighted, please send your highlights, the child's GPA, interesting fact, and the statistics from the 2021-2022 season to our home team Facebook Messenger, and we'll try to highlight your child as a spotlight athlete to get them exposure and get them out to the community so they can become a household name.
And notice he said try. So
Right.
Don't think that just because you send that we going to highlight you. It might not happen, and I'm just being honest, he said try. So by all means, submit, but that doesn't mean that it's a guarantee that we're going to spotlight you. Harry, you can edit that out if you want. I'm just trying to be real.
Hey,
gotta keep it real with these people.
I don't know if everybody gets the notifications, but I know I get the home team notifications. Look, there's people like subscribing. There's people joining the home team page like every single day, all day, every single day. So every day I'm getting notifications saying, your page is growing. Your page is growing. Somebody else is joining the page. So that means we're growing and everybody loves what we're doing, man. So everybody wants to see what's going on with these teams. So and I'm loving that all the time.
Yeah. I mean, I'm loving the spotlight. I'm loving to actually get to see kids from all these communities, like I said, Shepherdstown, you have Charlestown, you have Wildwood, you have the kids, the schools in Berkeley County. I just look to see, I just love to see the kids grow and be excited. I've had many parents reach out and ask, are you guys covering our games this year? Are you guys going to do this basketball game this year? Are you going to do this football game this year? So we have the excitement. We have the want to be able to get all these kids exposure. And like Juwan said, we'll try to, to please the whole community. But like you said,
be patient.
Be patient. We'll get there. It's going to take a little bit of time, but we notice you. We appreciate your support, and we appreciate you guys reaching out and wanting us to cover your games. So, in time, we'll try to make it happen. But, knowing our staff and how we operate and how we're professional, we'll make it happen at some point.
Sean, you got any final thoughts?
Just continue to grow, man. It's exciting. It's fun. This is what we do all the time anyway. Talk sports.
Yeah. Yep.
Like Damon said, like being at the barbecue, like being in the backyard barbecue.
Yeah.
Just keep the train rolling.
I'll end this by sponsors, any potential sponsors that are interested in being a part of our fall sports. Please get with me or one of the team members. You can also reach out to us on the home team page. Let us know. We'll customize a package for you and help the exposure. If you don't have a commercial shot and you want a commercial, then we can help you with that as well. This is an opportunity for you as well to be a part of something bigger and grow your business and take advantage of the platform. So We definitely appreciate the businesses that have already sponsored us, but any other businesses that are looking forward to getting in, we definitely welcome you.
Coaches, send your stats this year. Send your stats. Send your rosters. We need all of that. So if we don't cover your games, when we get in here, we can cover them. Then we can cover who won, who lost, and on all your stats. So continue to send your stats in so we know what's going on with the games we can't make it to cover.
Absolutely. And that goes for all sports. We cannot stress that enough. This is not just about football this fall season. We want to cover all the sports. We want everybody to feel a part of this. So coaches, definitely keep us in the loop, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Uncle Harry from Home Team Sports TV, and we're so excited to have you guys back. We're so excited for the fall season, and I'd like to say thank you for joining us for this week's episode of The Breakdown. Have a great evening.